difference between Abba and Ema, father and mother, masculine and feminine, in the context of Abba and Yira, that there's a Ava is a passionate type of love for Hashem versus a calm and collected Yira. It's still a love, but it can be a love. In this case, it's a Yira, but it's not excited. It's a submission, it's a bittul, and so on. Now, even though it's true that the Meichen of Abba is technically a higher level than Meichen of Ema, because first comes the Chachma level, the flash, the start, then there is the formulation and the development of it. Nonetheless, initially you still have to have Meichen of Ema in the first place, because the main function, the purpose, our goal here is to illuminate the body. It's not just an intellectual pursuit. And the way that you do that is through having an ava which is revealed. That's how you get to illuminate the body, meaning to affect the body. And the way that you get to that is through the mayach of bina as opposed to chachma, because it's closer to the body. So even though bina is technically a step away, you could say it's not as great, but it is closer to the body. And therefore we want that first, because our goal is to impact the body, to affect the practical.
Yeah, we're saying bina is in the lev.
Right, which is a plus in this context. Ki chachma meicha ubina liba, because chachma is meichin and bina is heart. V'alev kadev lahagof, the heart is closer to the body. B'chinas meichin da abba, and the level of meichin of abba, after malasam gavei yesem bina, even though it's higher than bina. So if you want to measure just level-wise, chachma or masculine is greater than bina. He says, technically speaking, Hashem is higher even than that, obviously, and nobody could grasp him. So being higher in the level, in the context of understanding, is not necessarily a plus if you're trying to impact and bring a gila into the world or into your own world.
Like the teacher who just remains separated and can't really transcend the depth of knowledge that he has in the students.
Right. So you could measure him and say he's greater, and in a sense he is, but it's worthless is a harsh word, but that's not helpful. Similarly, in regards to Meichen of Abba, She'ha'ava he sham behelim, the Abba over there is concealed. So Naila Meitanu Yesu, the reason why it's concealed is because it's higher than us. It's a pasuk that says, I said on wisdom, meaning about wisdom, it's distant from me. Shekol Gidul Haben Adarach Mashal, Hu B'lichot Makem Me'ha'av, Ki Me'beten Imen and Sham. Where is the entire growth, development, the pregnancy stage of the child? It's distant from the brain of the father, which the brain is where it all originates from, that's what it's all about, but it's not there, it's by the mother. So even though you're not by the source, so to speak, but that's where you could be developed. Just in the father himself, may be close, but there'll be no child from that. Okay. Ulakach, and therefore tzarich lahilid ha'ava, he has to give birth to ava, shebitfila in davening, mehahelim legilu, from the concealed to the revealed. Because again, that's our goal.
Wait, so in this context, like the av is the avodah, or the av is like so the aim is tefillah. Is he saying the aim is tefillah?
No, within davening we have two parts. We have the ava of davening and the bina of davening.
So av is sikazera. Which
Where's the enemy, Rabbi?
We have the in the first third of the mimer. We have through hasaga comes out ava. So the hasaga is bina, and from that comes out ava. And then we flipped it and we said the truth is that it starts off with a Meichen Chachma first, but we also want to have the Bina first. We'll do a recap after because it's a short language. What was your question? It's through the hisbeironus of Meichen of Ema. The way that you get to, let me explain it this way. The general process is first you have Chachma, then you have Bina. It starts as a dot and then it expands. It starts as a flash, then it gets developed, right? But we're saying in davening or in life, you have to have the development first. You have hisbeironus of Meichen of Ema, and that gives forth the Bana, which is Ava. Okay, so even though there's a sequence of Chachma Bina and then Das, but you want to have a Bina stage first where there's a development. The Chol HaMidas HaKadoshos and all the holy Midas which come afterwards, they're a result of Ema. The aim is the one that gives birth. So she's development, but you can't say she's only development. And afterwards, Tzarech L'Ha'ir, you need to illuminate